Check it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to check it right
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
So brothers from Great Millstone, New Orleans, coming at you with another live lesson, live camp. Before we get started, we want to give all praises, glory, infinite honors
To Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakakadash.
the bonds to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth and rule well, and peace, blessings, and salutations be to those elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel and may even endure it to the end, Lord willing. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, and we're gonna start off this camp. Check it real quick. Check the audio right quick. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get into this camp, all right, because as we usher in the close, all right, the closing of America, all right, which we know in the scriptures is Babylon the Great, all right, or the mystery of Babylon pursuing the revelations, all right. As we horn in on the closing, we're ushering in the kingdom of heaven, all right, and ultimately with the closing of this place is going to be a new empire, all right. As Yahweh Shai said, he's the bright and the morning star, which represents the coming of a new age, all right, the age when the Israelites, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are back on top, all right, of the planet Earth, all right, as the rightful heirs of Yahweh, man, all right, the sons of God, all right, the princes of the power, okay? Now, with that being said, we understand that with this current salvation, this current deliverance that's coming in this time, all right, that we are going to experience, that we're going to see, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We understand that that's going to be a new high holy day, okay? Because the deliverance out of Egypt was one thing, right? And the Pesach, not to say it's more serious than others, but that's something that we keep near and dear, all right? Something brothers rehearse it, right? We keep it, we remember it, okay? The artifacts of the salvation, the deliverance out of Egypt, it still exists in the planet Earth, man. Okay. So when we exit from Babylon the Great, all right, what you know as America, there's going to be a new high holy day. All right. It's going to be a new rejoicing. All right. I start me off with that Jeremiah 16. Yeah.
Khan. The book of Jeremiah, right here.
Oh, that's my here.
The book of Jeremiah 16
14.
and 14.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start at 13, but verse 13. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor.
Mhm.
Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that it shall come, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Hold on, real quick. You read verse
14,
13?
13.
Read that over again. My bad. I was trying to go to it.
Con, Jeremiah 16 and 13. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not.
Right. And how were we cast out of our homeland? Or why were we cast out of our homeland? For disobeying the Heavenly Father. All right. Going off from the law, statutes, commandments that was given to us. And we understand that the prophecy, according to Deuteronomy 28, had to be fulfilled. Right. We had to go off. And there was another reason too. So the son of perdition, okay, can be revealed. Right. So we understand that this had to happen. This is the fulfillment of the prophecy is now, right? We are in the land that we never knew, okay? All of the tribes are here, not just the northern kingdom, or not just the Native Americans, man. All right, not just Gad, all right, not just Issachar, right? Not just Zebulon. No, the southern kingdom is here as well, right? Because as it says in the prophecy that what? Israel and Judah would be oppressed together, man. All right. This hasn't happened. Of course, when we were scattered throughout these different captivities, you had, you might have had a couple northern kingdom in there with, with Judah, right? Might have had a couple of Judah in there with the northern kingdom, right? But as a whole, that has never happened of pursuing the prophecy, man. All right. Here in this land, we all right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are here together. All right. And chiefly speaking to the elect, man. Right. You got brothers from different tribes. All right. And we all gelling together like, we've been knowing each other, man. You know, this is what is written. Go ahead.
Con,
Start at 14.
Verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right. So, like I said, that high holy day is I don't want to put it on a different tip, right? Because we all treat the high holy days the same, right? But this one is on it represents the salvation and deliverance, man. All right. That's why I said, oh, it ain't gonna be no more talk of Egypt, right? And we can go into all the different plagues, right? All the different things that happened in Egypt, man. You know, and that was a hell of a deliverance to have the waters, you know, damn near 30 feet high, right, and walking through on dry land. That's a hell of a deliverance, man. You know, but the Lord said it ain't gonna be no more that brought the children out of the land of Egypt, right? Go ahead.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
The land of the north, all right, here in the northern hemisphere. That's why this place is called North America, man. All right, go ahead.
And from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Right. So the Lord said it's going to be
and from the lands.
Yeah, and from all the lands where he had driven them.
Yep.
All right. So meaning, across the four corners, right? There's elect men preaching in London, elect men preaching in Tokyo, Japan, right? Korea, you know.
Yeah.
But we understand that the main deliverance is going to take place where? Here in America, man. All right. This is where the tribes are pressed together. All right. Now give me that.
That Jeremiah.
Whatever one. I think it's 3 and 18.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 3. It says, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, hate her, and
33.
33. All right, this is Jeremiah 33. Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, thus said Yahweh, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Right. So the children of Judah, all right, which represents the southern kingdom, you so-called Negroes, all right, you Haitians, and you Jamaicans, man. All right, which is Benjamin, Levi, and Judah. Okay. You are oppressed with who? The northern kingdom, which represents Israel. All right. Made up of who? Ephraim. All right, Issachar, Gad, Reuben, Simeon, Asher, Naphtali, man. Right? Manasseh, all it's lucky if I left a tribe out. But you get the picture. The other 9 tribes, okay? They're here with us. And you go to, these different places, brothers work. Hey man, Jake is everywhere. I ran into Issachar, right? Slugged up, man, today. I said, brother, you can't tell me that ain't our people. Just the way they move, their mannerisms, right? When you get to talking to them, you don't really feel a difference, right? I myself could be a Northern Kingdom brother, This brother could be Ephraim, and he know why I say that, right? But it doesn't matter. Why? Because we are here in America, oppressed together, man. Right? It says all that took them captives refuse to let them go, man. That was it.
And it says the Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Right. The Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is his name, man. All right. And he's going to send back his son to redeem the elect. Right. That's why it tells you in Deuteronomy that no man shall buy you. Why? Because Yahushua coming back for us, man. All right. We're not redeemed with corruptible things. Okay. But we redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, man. Now give me that real fast. Jeremiah 3 and 18. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead, bring it out.
This is Jeremiah 3 and 18. It says, in those days of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I given them for inheritance.
So that's 17. Salaki.
This is Jeremiah 3 and verse 17. And it says, at that time, they shall call Jerusalem the throne of Yahweh, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, to the name of Yahweh, to Jerusalem. Neither shall they walk any more after after the imagination of the evil heart.
Right. So this is speaking of the elect, man. All right. We not walking no more after the evil imaginations of our hearts, of our lives, man, of our minds. Not going off. No, we revere, we respect. All right, we fear the Heavenly Father, man. All right, keep going.
Khan. It says in verse 18, it says, in those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land I have given for an inheritance unto their fathers.
Right, and it's speaking of the exact same thing in Jeremiah the 14th chapter. This prophecy has to be fulfilled, man. All right, we are literally seeing the house of Judah, all right, which, like I keep saying, represents the southern kingdom. All right, you Negroes, you Haitians, and you Jamaicans, man. All right, we are literally seeing them walk with who? The so-called Mexican, right? The so-called Puerto Rican, right? The so-called Dominican, okay? The so-called Colombian, you know, so on and so forth, right? We are seeing them walk together, man. All right, you got brothers from all kinds of different backgrounds, you know, across the globe of Great Millstone. That's from these tribes, man. All right, and they're walking what? In the same accordance, on the same mission, the same path that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has destined for every elect man. All right, and if you can't receive that, the Northern Kingdom, you know, the so-called Latinos and Native Americans are part of the 12 tribes, man, you going off, man. All right, because this not a black only thing, you know. That's what Jake get misconstrued a lot. Think it's another black power movement. No, man. This is the truth according to the scriptures. All right. And it says we are going to come out of the land of the north together. You see, we all going to be beamed on them chariots together, man. You know, you're going to have Northern Kingdom men that be put to death for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. You know, but Jake think it's a black only thing. It's a black power movement. No, man, this is the Israelite movement, man. The Israelites, all right, the princes of Yasharallah, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, the prophecy tells you that basically the northern kingdom will bring his children to the murderers, man. You know, it tells you that the branches will go over the I think it said the walls, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which means basically the northern kingdom from the different islands, right, coming to America, man. You know, so think about it, how powerful the Lord is, man, to put the basically the spirit on them to go hundreds, you know, if not 1,000 miles away, to make sure they even make it to the land and repopulate so they could be saved, or be destroyed.
That's a beautiful point. Why would they call the so-called Ephraimite a Puerto Rican? Because it's named after what? A rich port. Rich port. Because why? It was nothing but fruitfulness down there, man. You know? Go ahead.
No, I just want to add on, please. Call them a fruitful boat. You know what I'm saying? Bringing forth, you know, children, man. You know, that's just what he is, man.
Yeah, a parium in the Hebrew, fruitful. Right? You got that, Zechariah?
Yeah, I got
Bring
it.
it out.
This is Zechariah 2 and verse 6. It says, "Oh, oh, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord."
Oh yeah, I was going. Yeah. Kind of.
Read it again, Baba Bashar.
This is Zechariah 2 verse 6. It says, "Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north."
All right, ho, come forth. Flee from the land of the Lord. Now, we went into this last camp. All right. It's not talking about getting on a plane, getting on a car, driving into the Atlantic Ocean and just wandering up, you know, somewhere in Africa, man. All right. It's not talking about getting on a plane. It's talking about fleeing, all right, spiritually. Because as it said in Isaiah, I think it's 52, 52 and about 12, when they say it shall be your reward, because Yahushua is going to be the one to gather and collect us, man. All right, go ahead.
Saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven.
Right, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Greetings. James 1 and 1. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 7, it says, "Deliver thyself, O Zion,
Mhm.
that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
Deliver thyself. All right. Read it again. Sorry.
Verse 7, it says, Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
Keep going.
For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you.
Mhm.
For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
Right. It says, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. Right. And he that touches you touches the apple of my eye, man. So the Israelites are the apple of the Most High's eye. They are the only ones that's special, okay, unto him. You know, you want to say something? Oh, come on. Right. Keep going, brother.
Come. It's verse 9, it says, For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants,
Mhm.
and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
Yeah, keep going.
Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Lord.
Read down to 12.
And many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, and shall be my people.
Now, is this talking about the other 17 nations? No, it's talking about the Israelite foreigners that's amongst, all right, these other nations that look like the heathen. All right, like the elder Malcolm would say, you know, that look like the heathen, all right, but they're not heathen, man. They're Israelite foreigners, right? They might look like a so-called Chinese person, right? They might look like a so-called white person, right? But their lineage, their forefathers goes back to who? An Israelite. Okay. So that's not talking about all these different nations. That's talking about those that scattered abroad, all right, that's a part of those nations, right? But their lineage goes back to what? An Israelite,
Right.
you know, their bloodline, man. You know, keep going.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord of hosts, and have sent me unto thee.
Mhm.
Verse 12, and it says, And the Lord shall inherit Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again.
Right. It says, and the Lord shall inherit Judah, his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again, which is the northern and the southern kingdom. Like I said, it's not a black power movement. All right. And this is an Israelite movement, man. All right. Of us waking up to our true nationality, calling on the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So we get the fuck out of here, man. You know? Because brothers is vexed. Tired of this bitch, man. You know? Mentally, physically, all right. What's the other one? Spiritually.
Yeah.
Hey man, we tired of this bitch, man. You know, like we was going into, you got that information?
Yeah.
We was going into, you know, with this place coming up on a 250th anniversary, man. Like the brother say, man, put up curses on this bitch all night, all morning. You know, continue to put up them curses, man. You know, we had a precept, right?
Yeah.
Bring your precept on. Y'all
Yeah.
brothers got precepts. Then we gonna get that info.
This is a precept, you know, just to back up the point that it's not only black Hebrew thing, you know what I'm saying? This is Jeremiah 12:9. It says, My heritage
brother.
is unto me as a speckled bird.
Mhm.
The birds round about are against her. Come ye assemble, the beasts of the field come to devour. You know, pretty much backing up the brother, man, because a lot of people think that this is just an exclusive black thing. When, you know, that's not the case, man. When you go into Numbers 1 and 18, it shows to go back to your forefathers, man, your father. The seed of your father. It doesn't go back to the woman. It doesn't go to the woman. It goes back to the father, man. So, you know, if you look like a so-called, you know, white man, but your bloodline goes back to tribe of Judah, man, you from the tribe of Judah. You know, it's not about what you look like on the outward part, it's on your inward part, man. You know, and a lot of people get that twisted, and then that's how it caused what it is, division, confusion, you know.
But the Lord said his heritage is unto him as a speckled bird, man.
Let me get that
We
bird.
got a bird, it's many of different colors of birds, right? Now we understand that's talking about different hues, you know, because you might have a Israelite that looks like a so-called white person, but they still have a certain hue, all right, a certain portion melanin in their body, right? And you know you're gonna have a fucking fire. See, excuse my French, all right? You're gonna have the fireworks going off all damn night, all day tomorrow, all right? Well, the real fireworks getting ready to come, man. You know, you ain't ready for them fireworks, right? Go ahead, bro.
You want that speckled bird, that picture?
Yeah, you can show it.
Con, this is speckled bird, man, just to show, you know, that it's not a one solid color. You know, they got different variants, you know, variation of the colors and all that. It's showing how beautiful it is, man. That's likened it to the nation of Israel, man. Showing that, you know, you got different tribes with different colors, with different sauce, season talents, and all that, man.
Every tribe got their own flavor, man. Their own signature, you know, signature thing. Things they like to do, right? I mean, who would the Lord be if it wasn't like that? Why would we all be the same?
Yep.
The Lord, he put his spirit on, you know, different men and different tribes, man. You know? But go ahead.
No, I just want to say, Salagi, I was meditating on that earlier today. You know, well, his people, the Israelites, we the salt of the earth. And the Lord created us, you know, to be unto his image, right? So our personality and the way that we are, our spirits, right? It come from him.
Yeah.
He the father of our spirits, right? Just like you'll be just like your father, you know, we just like that with our father, with the heavenly father, right? That's why the Lord has jewels, right? Each tribe is their own kind of jewel.
Yep.
Imagine the Lord, you know, having jewels. All right, let's just say physically, right? What Israelite, you know, just gonna have one type of watch, man. Only one type of watch. It's the same watch. Some Edomite shit, man. But the Lord put diversity. All right, he put liveliness, you know, in his creation, man, and in his people. You got it, bro.
Yeah, that's the flavor, man.
Yep.
You know. But you bring out what you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. Yeah, just to back that brother up for him. This is Hosea 7 and verse 8. It says, Ephraim, he have mixed himself among the people.
Yep.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Right. So you look at a cake, you put it in the oven, the bottom of it is what? Dark. Right? But the top of it is what? It's light.
It's light.
You know? So Ephraim is a cake not turned. That's why you have brothers with a lighter hue, right? Everybody ain't gonna be my color, this brother color, right? Some brothers gonna actually be bright yellow, man. You know? Go
I
ahead.
think it was I want to say it's maybe Elder Apostle Ramla who used the term, he just used the pancake. It's like if you cook a pancake on one side, obviously it's gonna be, you know, dark brown, even for a portion of it black, but the other side is gonna be complete, almost white, you know.
Yeah. That's a beautiful analogy, man. You know. But can you bring that numbers out? You got British holding on there?
No, I got the information.
Yeah, you got something? All right.
This is Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by the polls.
Right. They declared their pedigrees, all right, after the house of their fathers, man. Why? Because the man carries a seed. All right. The woman is nothing. When you take a seed and you plant it in the ground, that don't change what the seed, the ground don't change what the seed is.
It's an incubator.
It's an incubator.
It's an incubator, man. All it does is nourish it, makes it grow, all right? And so it can ultimately come into, you know, what it's supposed to be, the type of tree it's supposed to be, you know? But that doesn't change the type of tree. It's still the same seed, man. You see? So, you know, Jake, like the brother said, we the salt of the earth. Jake like different flavors of shit, like the Most High, right? Jake like this type of woman, that type of woman. So naturally, when you continuously look at Blake Griffin, for example, his daddy damn near darker than me. Patrick Mahomes, his daddy a straight nigga, man. You know, but when you look at that at his son, right, came out lighter. He dealt with a, you know, I believe it's an Edomite. She might be Italian, right? But she's very, very light in hue, right? They very, very light skinned, right? So that makes the look at Patrick Mahomes. Came out light skinned, curly hair, but then another generation later, the fucking son looked like a goddamn white boy, you know? But that don't mean he's not an Israelite. He's still an Israelite. Why? Because it goes back through the seed of the father, man. Look at another one, Drake, for example. his mother's a so-called small head, you know. But you look at his daddy look like our uncle, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
bro, am I lying?
Yeah. Nah, you telling the truth, man. You
Yeah,
telling the truth.
he looked like our uncle. But when you look at his child, he looked like a so-called Edomite. With just he got a little curly hair.
Yep.
You know? But when that happens over generation over generation over generation, and the scriptures telling you that Israel is as the sand of the sea, well, you got to know and understand and realize we've been scattered throughout all these nations. You know? They always talk about we the minority. Well, we know, man, we actually the majority. In the planet Earth, we are the majority, man. The Israelite man is populated and spread his seed throughout the whole goddamn earth, man. You know? That's why you got Jakes popping up in Vietnam, Tokyo, all these different places. Why you think when we went to school down here in New Orleans, you had all these Vietnamese children, right? But they go back with they got big lips and big noses. You know? They got asses on them, man. You know? You got something down what they call, I don't know if they use the term in other places, but you know, it's a whole mix of so-called Blasians down here, which is black and Asians, you know, and they fine as hell too, man. You know?
Spirit.
Huh?
Spirit.
Oh yeah, and they got Jake Spirit on them. They got so-called Southern Kingdom fathers, and they got Moabite mothers, man. You know, Ammonite mothers, you know, but they still what? They still Jakes, man. So this is the conclusion of, you know, us being delivered from the land of the north. You have all kinds of different flavors of the tribes here, man. All right. But what? We still gonna come out of the land of the north together, those that's destined for salvation. All right. Because you got to understand there's still 2/3 of our people that's gonna get cut off and that's gonna perish here in America, man. All right. You had something you was holding?
I had something too. A couple, I mean,
Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bring yours out.
It's just to back you up.
Yeah.
It's why the Lord said don't just look upon somebody and judge them by how they look. You gotta judge them by their spirit. Because a lot of our people who look like you or like me, they're not even
They're
Jakes.
not even Jakes. Yeah, that's a good point. That's another side of the corner.
Right?
We call them real quick. We call them terrorists, man.
Uh-huh.
You know, they might look and act just like me, but their father's a so-called Edomite, man. You know, one of those that master took your mama, all right, your great grandfather, so like your grandmother, all right, and did something, and you know, you just ain't wind up dead, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how you come about. That's another side of the coin. You know, that happens. You know, and we don't feel bad for you niggas either. You know, because you're a triple time loser. You know, go ahead.
In Romans 8:16, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh by Shai.
You say something on it?
And I brought that out to back up the point. You can't judge by the look. You got to judge by the spirits. Because it be a lot of niggas looking to act just like Edom. Want they meat raw, quick to just run and tell on you.
Yeah.
Look at you funny, always in your business. You're like, man, what's wrong with Jake?
Pulling activities.
The Uncle Ruckus of our people.
But that's the spirit. They don't have a Jake spirit called. Yeah, what? First thing Jake sees him like doing something he ain't got no business. Man, I ain't worrying about that. That's on him.
Yeah.
But they Edomite spirit, I'm wondering what they doing over there.
Yeah, they always gotta feel like they're a part of something when they're not.
Yeah, if I could say, bro, it's a spirit you brought that out. I was dealing with a guy today, right? You know, chopping it up with him, just dealing with him, right? And at first glance, I didn't know him. So at first glance, I'm like, oh yeah, he a Edomite. Right? He had, that I wouldn't say he didn't have like no pigment, but he was real pale to like he'll pass, if you look at him, he'll pass like a Edomite. But I started to deal with him and talk to him and just dialogue with him, chop it up. And as he talking, I'm listening. I had to look up like this dude, he might be a J. Hold on. I might have judged him, wrong on, just first glance. So we continue talking, and he just keep talking, man. I'm like, man, he talking like a nigga. Like what he's saying, the way he used his words, his mannerism, right? So he go to talking about I'm like, in my head, I'm like, damn, this dude might be a J. The Lord might have it the world, I wonder if he a Jake. I wonder if the Lord, like give me some a sign or something to see if this dude a Jake. And as these thoughts is going on in my head while we dialoguing, right? He said this. He said, because he was talking about his daughter and her husband or whatever, how they like to go fishing and all that. He was like, man, I don't like to fish, I don't like to hunt, I don't like to do nothing. I just like to stay inside, chill in a man cave and play Call of Duty.
That's Jake, bro.
Yeah. I said, there it go right there.
That's Jake.
There it go. And then he had me sold from that. And I was like, yeah, he definitely is.
Man.
Yeah.
Plain
man.
intense, man.
Yo.
That's clearly Jake.
Yeah, that having a beetle, bro. That's a spirit that came out.
That was it. What you heard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get that first down first?
1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High.
Right. Believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are the Most High, man. Keep going.
Because many false prophets are going out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Hereby know ye the spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is come in the flesh. Is of the Most High.
Right. Every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is the anointed one. He is the Son of God.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's their spirits bearing witness that they are Israelites, like he brought out in Romans 8 chapter. But this is also telling you to try the spirit, right, of the men that's teaching, the men that's prophesying, man. All right, because you have to be able to discern whether they're telling the truth, right? Like, I was told when I first came onto the block, don't believe nothing. The elder brother was, bringing it out, speaking. Don't believe nothing I'm telling you. Go look it up on your own, right? And the facts are evident. You see, but you have somebody else out there doing a goddamn million-man march, all right, giving you a pamphlet, but they giving you half the truth. You see, that's not the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That was it, man.
Well, I could read verse 3.
Okay.
And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Shah Hamashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And this is that spirit of anti Hamashiach, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world.
Right. And Jake have that spirit on him too. And don't worship Yahweh Shai. Or we don't believe in Yahweh Shai. We just believe in the Most High. We believe in the Old Testament. Right? We don't believe in the Messiah. Jake got that anti-Hamashiach spirit on him too. Not just these other nations. All right. But you got to be able to discern and try the spirits by the spirit of Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Hey, let me get this to back that last point you just
Go
made.
ahead.
It says, verse. I'm gonna jump to verse 5. It says, they are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us.
Yeah.
He that is not of the Most High heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. That's just to back you up. That last point you had made, I forget exactly what you had said, right? But just going into trying the spirits by the spirit, man, right? You want to know if it's gonna be signs as men of the law. We can tell, signs that a person might be a Jake. Even on the other flip side of the coin, we could tell the signs that this man might believe, or he might be this a prophet. You never even met him, all right? But he might be a prophet, and you coming across him, you probably heard him talking to another Jake, all right? But the spirit bear witness, and it gives us signs, to know what's going on, man. The spirit of truth and error.
Yep. That's definitely something you have to understand: the spirit of truth and the spirit of error.
Mm-hmm.
Most High dealing with the spirit of truth, man. He's laying stumbling blocks in the spirit of error on the men that he's not dealing with. You see? But go ahead, bring preach on.
This is
Yeah.
Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. It says, behold, these come from far. Lo, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of Sinim. And when you go into that word Sinim, which is a strong H 55:15, says Sinim, The definition reads: a people living at the extremity of the known world may be identified with the inhabitants of southern China.
Yeah.
So just like what the brothers are saying, they bringing out our people are where, stretched to the four corners of the earth, man.
What you say?
Okay.
You said Jeremiah 49?
Oh, yeah.
You're in Isaiah 40.
Also like it.
Yeah,
Isaiah 49 and 12.
yeah.
So yeah, like it says, southern China, man. I'm I'm not gonna forget this, but I bring this out to a Jake that basically believes in the truth and stuff like that. But his mind is, he's like, yeah, the dark one. That's what he's like. The one sort of, yeah, that would be the dark one. It's like the Chinese person. I said, you know what, this conversation, he's one of those people that just can't get it. Because everything is so melanated to him or whatever,
Colorblind.
Yeah, they literally.
Yeah.
They don't got that eyesight to see.
Yeah.
You got more?
No, that was
Time. You can switch courses.
Kind of just that information that the brother had wanted. Going into it says the average empire lasts about 250 years.
Right.
It says this pattern has been observed in many historical empires, indicating a cycle of rise, dominance, and eventual decline.
Right. And give me that Jeremiah 16 again.
I'll get it.
That land of the north. Right? Because so-called Independence Day, all right, America's Independence Day is tomorrow. Okay. In which I don't know if you watch the news or if you just oblivious to what's going on in the world. All right, but they've been talking about celebrating their 250th anniversary.
Yep.
All right. And it's no other way, all right, that you can understand it what this brother is reading by comparing what he's reading to real life. Right? You have inflation, all right, at an all-time high.
They got the
Oh, it's in there?
yeah, it's in there.
God. I'm gonna just say a couple things and we're gonna read it. All right. You got people struggling with rent and what's the other one? Mortgage payments, man. All right. Insurance rates are totally ridiculous down here in Louisiana. Car payments is at a average of about $700 now.
Yeah.
What happened to the days you going to finance a car and pay like $200 a month? That shit long gone. The dollar has the worst value it's ever had. All right. The petrodollar is intricately being phased out. This place is finished, man. This new world, all right, Rome 2.0, as we like to call it, and Nero 47 is done. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had an article that I had put in today, and this goes into Louisiana is like the last state to be the happiest state, man, due to all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
But just from the title, America at 250, it says Minnesota ranked first and Louisiana last, and no state is getting happier. Come on, man, that is plain.
Give me Isaiah 24. I back that brother up. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's amazing that Louisiana is so bad, right? At how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really think about it, basically, Louisiana has one of the biggest ports.
Yeah.
So you would think the place with the biggest ports that have all the stuff that's going out to everybody else that need it will be one of the more enriched places, but it's not. The economy is absolute bad, crap. The schools are crap. The food is crap. The educational system is just completely trash, But other places, nice. You know what I'm saying? Or better, so to speak.
Yeah, man. But but the reason why, man, is because all they got down here is plants. They working their people to the maximum. Every time when they have something nice come up, man, they stripping everything from it. They trying to profit as much as they can out of Louisiana because we have most of the resources and stuff come into here. So of course they're gonna do that, man.
Yeah. And what you gotta understand too, down here in Louisiana, all right, it's all about lining back pockets, man.
Yes.
Which is why we are the worst in everything. This is a different kind of hell brothers catch down here. Yeah, I'm sorry. This shit, there ain't no jobs. You know, brother, you lose your job. Hey man, we encourage brothers down here to keep what they got till you can find some shit. Until you start that motherfucker. You know? You done been on going through the goddamn hiring process, and then something happened to where you won't start work for 2 months, man. You know? If you done put your 2 weeks in at your other job. Until you clock in, that's be my last day at the other job, man. That's just how bad it is. This real shit.
Literally. Basically a gauntlet for workers. Everybody's fighting for scraps just to work.
Yeah.
Just to have a job, man.
And the funny thing that they say around the plant, man, it's easier to hire somebody new than to keep it, man.
Yeah.
You know, you think you got a secure job, man. That's just how they feel today. You don't know what can happen, man. You could be doing good. You could be phenomenal. You could be employee of the year, month, decades, years, whatever it goes, and they'll just let you go just like that, man. Like that's how bad it is.
Yeah, man. This place is hey, man, this place done. It's cooked. I say it just left. What it said? There's Lamentations. Inner city is left nothing but desolation. All right, it's smitten with destruction. That's hey, man. That's here in America, man. You know, old Babylon, thou art to be destroyed. You see, but go ahead, finish out what you had.
And this going into the phases, man. It says the phases of the empire. It says empire typically experience several phases. The pioneering phase, initial growth and expansion, conquest and authority, it says establishing control and influence, prosperity, economic growth, and culture achievements. And then it said decadence.
Right. Stop you right there. Now, has that not happened for America?
Right.
They spread themselves throughout the whole earth. Economic growth, creating this, creating that, flourishing. You know, brothers talk about different eras. The apostles was out there preaching in the 90s when America was at its peak. You know, everybody was thriving, buying houses, buying cars, you know, setting up 401ks, $1 million retirement plans, right? Everything was good. It was flourishing. You see? But keep going, bro.
Says decadence. It says overconsumption and decline in value.
Yeah. Overconsumption, decline in value. About 6 years ago, you had something that they were doing, all right, with the money and just printing it out of thin air. What did that do? Deflated. Devalued the value of the money. And ever since then, it's been what? Down fucking hill, man. You know? Because when you just totally print money, pump it into the economy, what does it do? It loses value, right? Which is why today, when I was in high school, you know, I bought my first car. It was $3,500, man. You know, it was a 10-year-old car. Bought my first $3,500. Go try to buy a 10-year-old car now for $3,500.
That's down payment.
That's a down payment, man. All right, to show you that the money is totally fucked up. Totally. I said, man, what happened? I thought man, back in the day, you used to go grab a little whip for, you know, 3-4 bands and it'll be solid. You know, it gets you to point A, point B, and point C, man. You know, go try to get you one
Right now.
right now. All right, for damn near 6. Go get you one for 6. That motherfucker gonna be right. I seen the nigga today, man. I'm on my way here. I'm riding up the street. This motherfucker got a 1993 Toyota, or was it a Honda Civic? A 93 Honda Civic. Motherfucker want $2,600 for it.
Crazy.
$2,600.
93?
A 93, brother.
All right. He wondering about that. That's what
$2,600. $2,600.
Yeah,
you know about
it's crazy. It's crazy
You know
because I
about
was.
2600 on bit.
That's the spirit. Because I was just talking about that shit today, man. Because you were going into like how one and Lexus and all that. You were like, man, when you go look at the price, dude's selling that way more than what it's supposed to, and that bitch run down. Like by the time you pay that down payment and that $2,600, You gotta put it on the, you gotta put on the trailer. You gotta take it home. You gotta strip all of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got nothing. You can't do nothing. It's just like how the money is now. It's inflated. You just making money and you wasting it, man. It's going off from thin air.
Yeah. $25 an hour is the new 12, man.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, you make $20 an hour, and plus that's not even enough if you got a house, a car note, insurance. That's not even enough to cover all your bills.
Talk about children.
Don't even talk. We ain't even. Let's not even go there, brother.
You were making 60,000 back in the 90s.
Oh, you was up.
Yeah.
60,000 a year.
You was up.
90.
And Jake trying to figure out real quick, how the fuck did my parents take care of me off the paper? How? This is not even feasible, and I'm making double what they make, man. You know? And I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, you have a child, brother. Oh, fucking struts break.
Don't worry.
That shit.
They were just laying him for they laid him for their destruction. That's all that was.
You know, don't let alone. Oh my lord, don't even talk about sending them to daycare if you got one child.
Oh yeah, crazy.
200 a week.
200.
Bam.
That's easy.
We going to work to pay bills, man.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Trying to pay bills.
To try to pay the bills.
Still come up.
I'm still coming up short.
You can't even rob Peter and Paul no more.
Yeah.
You got to go ahead and John and look for a small deposit. That's how rough it got.
I got a little bit more.
Hold on, let him get this word.
Yeah.
Finish your point. Finish your point.
No, I was saying, you can't even, the old saying, rob Peter and pay Paul. You got to ask John, Matthew, and Luke for a little help. Hey, bro,
Yeah.
I'm struggling. What y'all got?
Mhm.
So that's how bad it is in this place right now.
That's crazy. It's terrible. But that's what the outlook on this place is just brim. It's totally brim. Like the brother was reading. Nobody. Hey, you can be the best state in the country and nobody's still happy. You know? Now get that word and give me that in Isaiah, yeah.
All right, this is the word of decadence from out of the online etymology dictionary. It says deteriorated condition, decay. It says to fall, meaning process of falling away from a better or more vital state. So that's just like what the brothers are talking about, man. Right in the 1990s, basically, you know, America was thriving. Right, people was having jobs. You know, being able to take their kids out on vacation. You know, having vacation money. Being able to afford cars and houses and all the rest of this kind of stuff. But now we had decadence, and I got that word because the brother mentioned it. And what's that, an article you have?
Yeah, the online. I mean, the AI overview.
Yeah, the AI overview, man. So we're basically living in a real life state of decay, man. You know, and watching Babylon the Great completely fall.
Yeah. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 14 that the worm is spread under thee. You know, when a worm is spread under something, that means that what's on top of it is set to fall. You know,
It's decayed.
it's decayed, man. It's broken down. You know, give me that in Isaiah 24.
It's Isaiah 24 and should start at 5.
Yeah, you started. Just get the point. And you gonna read 5 and jump down to where like 10.
Come. It's Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant.
Keep going. Just read it through.
Come. Verse 6. Therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Right. So who is transgressed the laws? Who's changed the ordinance? Who's broken the everlasting covenant? Why is the earth defiled? Who are the inhabitants? Who are the rulers of the earth? The so-called white man, right? They've totally destroyed the planet Earth as rulers. That's why it says in Isaiah the 3rd chapter, woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child. Because we literally have a king that's with a childlike mindset ruling over us, man. Who poisons the air that they gotta breathe?
And the food as well.
The food that you have to eat. Who poisons it? We're gonna eat it. We're gonna eat we all eating poison food.
Right.
I'm adding all kind of pork and dyes to the food, right? To make sure everybody eat what we eat, you know?
Who this guy name is? Howard Shaw. He gonna come take us out? Oh, we all going.
Yeah,
All of us going. We going together.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's his mindset, man. You know?
That's why the acronym MADS exists.
Yeah.
Like he's a madman.
Good.
Yeah, man, that's that bitter person, man. You know, when they know they can't have it all, man, they gonna destroy it before you get to enjoy it, man.
Mhm.
And that's how Esau moved, man.
That's his MO. That's his mindset. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 7. The new wine mourner,
Mm-hmm.
the vine languish, and all the merry-hearted do sigh.
Keep going.
The mirth of the tabard cease, the noise of them that rejoice ended, and the joy of the heart cease.
Keep
They-
going.
They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house shut up, that no man may come in.
Mhm.
There is crying for wine in the streets. All the joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And in the cities, it left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
So in a nutshell, that's telling you the current state of America, right? There's no one. It says the merry-hearted side. Ain't nobody. They got a whole festival going on down there. Ain't nothing but rank box, man. You know, ain't nothing but rank box. I ain't see nobody smiling, laughing, kicking. You know, they just out there hot and sweaty, man. You know, all the merry-hearted do side. You see, it says the mirth of the tabard ceased, the noise of them that rejoice it ended, and the joy of the harp ceased. Right? When these things are ceasing, it means what? The time for fun is over with. You know? That's why when you jump down, it says there's a crying for wine in the streets. All the joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone, in the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction, man. So that's all that's left here. All right, it's desolation, and at the gates it's smitten with destruction, man. All right, it ain't nothing fun here in America no more. Ain't nobody having fun, man. Everybody's mourning, everybody's lamenting, everybody's looking for a way out. You got more people leaving the country, all right, to go live somewhere in Mexico than people actually coming here to establish, the American dream. Well, they found out that it's a fucking nightmare, man.
That dream and good wings.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing about it, because last night I was talking to a Puerto Rican man, and I was like, man, how you like the States? You know, he was like, it's whatever, man. He's like, I'm here because I got opportunity. Like I got money that I gotta make. But he was like, man, this is like my second house. He's like, I want to go back to Puerto Rico, but he's like, I just gotta do what I gotta do down here. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants America, man. It's not fun. You can't really. You don't have that to hold down here. Y'all, I'm saying that. I think I'll go back to the initial point you made, right? You know that the Northern Kingdom is here with us. That's a perfect example. That man you say he was an Ephraimite?
Yeah.
The Northern Kingdom, you know, just how Issachar, they cross between two burdens.
Yeah, two birds.
So he at home is a burden. You come over here with the illusion that this is a better place, this is the way out. But you just a slave, man. You just making enough to send back home. You still miserable here, though.
Yep.
Right? That dream it didn't grew wings. There is no more American dream. There is nothing to be joyful or merry about in America. And you were speaking, bro, on how everybody mourning.
Yep.
And I see all the time, just paying attention to people when I go certain places to grocery stores and things of that nature. Ain't nobody happy.
Yeah, ain't nobody excited about
Nobody's
shit.
smiling.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy, bro. Nobody.
Yeah.
Right? Look at holidays. Look at family reunions. There's no more family reunions.
I ain't been a fucking family reunion. Yeah, man.
They bro, damn, it don't exist no more.
About 15 years, man.
Come on.
Family against each other now.
Yeah.
It's no joy. Hey, bro, Mardi Gras was dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking about dead, bro. How it was years and years and years, bro. It's nothing like that today.
Oh,
There is no joy in the holidays. The spirit, that mirthful spirit, is ascended into smoke, man.
back you up. I remember when Christmas passed, the first thing everybody said, man, this don't feel like Christmas.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
huh?
don't feel like Christmas.
Yeah,
And it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful.
beautiful.
Hey, man, call lawyer. How about shit? You at the end of this place.
Huh,
I love seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, make a point. You had more than that, right?
Yeah, I have more in that, but you know, people gotta pre-order at the beginning of the year for Christmas, man.
Come on.
Like shit crazy, man. But this is the last point. It says decline and fall. It says gradually weakening, leading to collapse. It says this cycle indicates that empires, regardless of their power, at their peak, often face inevitable decline. Understanding this pattern can provide insight in the current state and future of modern nations, including the United States, which is approaching its 250th anniversary in 2026.
Come on, man.
Plain.
What's understood don't need to be explained, man. You know, like I said, the worm is spread under this bitch, man. This is over with, right? We just walk it down. We really just living out prophecy at this point.
Yep.
You know, waiting for these last little chips, these dominoes to fall, right? The current system collapse. Them come with the new system, you know. Hey, man, go ahead and do it. Go institute, make the MOTB mandatory so we can get the hell out of here, man. You know, but y'all brothers, you had who had a precept? You had one? Go ahead.
I got
something too, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna go down the line, brother.
This the Jeremiah 25 and 10. And I brought this out to back up the spirit that's going on in Babylon right now. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, and the sound of the millstone,
Step up a little bit out, like open up there.
and the light of the candle, which the Lord stripping this place of all the joy of people wanting to get married, because you got man versus woman everywhere. He taking the joy out of their holiday. He's causing what little to no jobs to even be created. So that millstone ain't even working. And the light of the candle, hey, people light bill now. I hear people, man, they trying light bill $500-$600 for a month. So the Lord is stripping this place bare. You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got some in the back and up there too. This is Haggai 1:6.
I had told him to get that.
That's crazy. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Yo, you have enough.
Read it from top.
This is Haggai 1:6. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little, ye have eaten, but ye have not enough.
Right, you have so much. Put in 60 hours this week. Plus. Hey, you gotta chill with them shit. You know, sowing much. Hey, I gotta take. You know, brothers got families, bills, just like you people, man. Brothers got 2 jobs, you know, to make ends meet. But that don't stop us from doing this though. Because our hope and our faith is in what? That we still want this bitch to go down, man.
Yes.
You know? We gonna do what we gotta do. We understand how is Shai gonna take care of us, man. You know? But you people are sowing much and bringing in very little. Very little, man. You know? Keep going.
It says, ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Yeah, you drink. You go get your fifth from the store. And I ain't even getting drunk off this bitch no more.
Yeah.
You know? You know Jake?
Yeah.
Man, bro, I might start need to get me a pint.
Or it get stronger after that.
Yeah, and it get worse and worse. You end up in front of the goddamn gas station, man. You know? Keep going.
It says, ye clothe you, but there is no warmth. And ye that have earning wages to put it in a bag with holes.
Right. So imagine, right? Let's say you was working instead of the check, the direct deposit. This is the same thing, right? You get a direct deposit. The money goes back to what? The mortgage, the rent, the insurance, the car notes,
Straight back to
the electricity, the water bill, right? The Wi-Fi bill, because Jake gotta have Wi-Fi. We ain't living without Wi-Fi. Like, come on now.
You in the
You know?
Stone Age if you don't got Wi-Fi.
You know,
Then it's they got people with
and it's tax.
And it's tech.
You know,
I break on to get that Wi-Fi. I need it.
yeah.
I need it.
Jake need that Wi-Fi, man. You know,
I'm sorry, man.
and Wi-Fi. I watched the Wi-Fi bill go from $50 to $110.
Yeah,
Man.
that's crazy.
You know?
That's crazy right there.
But what? Read it again with the wages.
It says, but there is no want. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes.
And that's the holes, man. The bills, man. You earn the wages, you can make $4,000 a month. You can clear $4,000 a month. You broke, man. You can clear 5, 6. You broke, man. Why? The average price of rent. Look that up real quick. What's the average price of rent here in Louisiana? Real quick. Oh, New Orleans. We're in New Orleans. Let's see what the average rent price is in New Orleans. Now watch these niggas right here. Brothers park this shit right there. Look what niggas start doing, man. You know?
Come on.
It says the average rent in New Orleans is approximately $1,380 to $1,650 per month.
And that's for a studio, man. Yeah. That's for 1 bedroom, 1 bath studio.
Studios start at $1,100.
So you paying $1,100. But you know they add the fees or whatever, the trash and different things, the amenities. If you stand in an apartment, they add that on there. That's easily $1,200 for a goddamn studio.
Gotcha.
So imagine if you got a family, right? You got 2 children, you got a woman, right? You gonna need at least at least a 2. A 2 starting at $1,600.
Right.
Now look up, fucking bringing a neck. Now look up what's the average like when people get paid. What's the word?
Oh, average income.
Income. Right. So I'm talking about
in America when we're doing it.
in New Orleans. You're talking about $1,200 for a studio. We ain't even talking about going buy a car. We ain't talking about paying no bills. We ain't talking about doing nothing. Just the dollars per hour. What the dollars per hour is.
It says in New Orleans, the median household income, this is basically which means average.
Yeah.
Is roughly 56,600, while the average per capita income is around 40,662.
Yeah, we gonna go with 40,000.
40.
Man. Hey, brother, ain't that many Jakes making
Jake ain't making.
Jake ain't clearing no 60, bro.
I'm nigga see that.
You know?
That's a
I'm just scratching the shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm just scratching that shit. I just got talked about that recently. He's like, yeah, you that? That's the son. I'm like, fucking good, but like, damn, I wanted 60, man.
Yeah. If you make 26 an hour, it's like 55 or 56. That which is decent.
Yeah.
But you still ain't click that. You didn't take anything about taxes.
Yeah.
The health insurance they taking out, dental, vision. Don't talk about if you got dependents on that bitch. Don't talk about if you got dependents on there.
401k.
401k. I don't even took that shit off of that, man.
That shit they about to sell it.
They about to I said, man, what y'all? I said, man, give me my goddamn money. I don't want this shit.
Right.
Y'all about to look that up.
I guess I could have took that shit out. I took it out 1 or 2 early.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But what? Oh, we brought this in to show the price of rent versus what you make. If you clear 40,000 a year, that's what divided by 12. That's a little bit over 3. a month, like
A little
Like-
bit, couple grand.
like 3,300 basically. You know, so if your rent 16, you still gotta put gas in your car. The gas down here $3.29. If you drive a truck, it's gonna be $80 to fill that bitch up every week. Yeah, right. 100.
And you better not go nowhere else.
Yeah, and you better not. Yeah, you better not go nowhere else. We ain't even get to. Hey, we didn't even get to the groceries, huh?
All the groceries.
We don't even get started with
Cheese
cheese.
and crackers.
$400 worth of groceries last at max
A
2
week.
weeks.
No, a week.
A week.
Jake, you know, Jake like to cook. So
If you rationing 2 weeks, with big guys,
Yeah, but you ration.
rations.
Yeah.
Get you some rice and spaghetti. Make 5 different spaghetti dishes.
I'm about to tell you, better start meal prepping.
Yeah.
straight beans.
Straight beans, rice,
Yep.
chicken breasts. You know,
4 days in a row.
some canned goods.
Mm-hmm.
I go in the store. I bought like 5 or 6 things. Shit was $65.
Yes.
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 You know,
I just did that today, bro. I went and got some hygiene stuff, resupply, brother, $100.
Yeah.
Easy.
Jake go get the the oils and shit.
Yeah.
You know, for their
Nice
beard. You know, the good soaps. You know, the good skin shit. You know, brothers. You know, we in the truth, man. We want the best of the best. All right, and we don't mind spending money on that.
Let's take care of
Take care of our health.
it.
You know, instead of putting the poison that's on the biggest organ on our body, man.
Mhm.
You know, we gonna do the right thing. Well, go ahead.
It's so bad, man. Even getting the Arizona tea, bro.
Yeah,
99 cents. $1.79.
$1.79, man.
$1.79,
Double the price.
Double the
Yeah,
price.
fuck them for that.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
And you know, them people came out and said they still only charge 99 cents. Like if you go on their website and order it,
Yeah,
it's 99 cents.
I believe it.
But you go to the store,
Yeah,
it's
they-
$1.89.
Yeah, they gonna tax it.
Yeah. So they can make their dollar off it, you know. But you know, each his own, whatever. But you know, brothers, we just going into how this place is just like a bag filled with holes, man. The wages we earn, all right, everything is just what? It goes right back to pump to, you know, just to keep us sustainable. So we could keep our head above the water, man, and serve the Lord, you know. But that's why I tell you in 1 Timothy, the 6th chapter, that what? Godliness with contentment is great gain, man. You know, it didn't say little, it said great gain. So long as we stay godly, long as we stay spiritual and keep pushing this truth, all right, keep doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we're gonna be good, you know. But go ahead, what's your pre?
This is Baruch 3:8.
Yes, brother.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Yet this day, Jake think we free though. But we ain't in slavery. No, you gotta understand this is corporate slavery.
Yes.
These people are 3 miles ahead of you, man. You think they're gonna let you go through slavery, go through Jim Crow to let you be free, and now you just out here just with the shits. No, man. These people are miles ahead of you. All right, go ahead.
Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to
Damn.
payments.
About to wrap up, brother.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 10.
Oh, wait, I'm looking at 34.
I didn't know that. Damn, what? Keep going.
It says, that's crazy. It says, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
You're subject to payments, all right? When you're subject to something, that means you're a slave to it.
to us.
You know?
Yep.
You're a slave to payments, man.
And who are we paying?
The man.
The man.
Big bag.
Esau Edom.
Yeah.
If we are subject to the payments of Esau Edom, we're slaves of his.
Yeah, man.
Clearly. You can't get around paying bills, bro. You can't get around having a birth certificate, having identification.
So that
You don't own nothing. You got to get a car. You need, like, nothing. We go to everything we need. We have to go to Esau Edom, all right? Because we're subject to this captivity right now. But Jake, like you say, thank you free.
Yeah.
Precepts.
Come on. Yeah, we brothers don't get no more precepts.
No,
Sure.
I was just gonna get into that word real quick. This is a word subject from the online etymology dictionary. It says person under control or dominion of another. Right? So just like what the brother said, the brother just said, Esau has complete dominion, control over what, man? The people. Okay.
Like Yahushua said, render unto Caesar what's unto Caesar, man.
Mhm.
Give the Lord what's the Lord's.
Yep.
You know? Who faces on the money?
Mhm.
Caesar face, man. You got a casino down here. It's called Caesar's.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, Yamu.
Yeah, it says, especially one who owes allegiance to a government or ruler. And that's what we're placed under, right? Basically, completely subjugated and intertwined with this devil, man. And it tells you later on, it says, lying under, these devils stepping on us, man. Like the people say in the world, put the pressure on your neck, man.
Yeah.
You know.
But that goes back to what it said, allegiance, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you go, you used to be in elementary school, put your hand on your chest.
United States.
You know,
No.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America.
I remember that.
I am a slave of the U.S. of A. All right, because all America is a corporation, man. All right, you got a president, a vice president. What's the money dude? Jerome Powell. What's his name? The chairman, the treasurer. You know.
Yeah.
Got your executive, legislative.
Yeah. It's set up like a goddamn bank, like a corporation of a bank. It just don't have a ink. United States of America ink. It don't have an I incorporated on here. You know. But that was it.
Yeah, we got a little bit more. It says, subject to another by force. It says also render submissive or dependent.
And like the brothers were saying, man, and in so many different ways, we're completely dependent on this devil to give us everything.
Well, it said that we would have to go to our enemy for the one of all things. You got that? Bring it out.
It's Deuteronomy 28.
But that's beautiful, because we have to go to our enemy for the one of all things to show that we are the same people. Right? Go ahead.
In Deuteronomy 28, we'll start at 47. Because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Yeah, man. And hey, who fit that bill?
Not the JWOs.
Not the big noses, man.
At all.
You know, they don't fit the bill. Who fit the bill? Right? The ones that's in the ghettos, the slums, what they call it, the project. You know,
The minorities.
the last hired, the first one to be fired. We fit the bill, man. Who gotta go get Keisha gotta go get the Section 8, apply for the food stamps, and go get a part-time job. They cut the food stamps in half. You know,
I was like, WIC.
Everything. We gotta go to them for the one of all things, man. You know, that was it. Con. Go ahead.
God, this is Proverbs 29 and 2.
Yep. That's good.
It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear ruling, the people mourn.
Right. And we can clearly see who's ruling the planet Earth by the state of the people. You got Edomites crashing out. You got Moabites crashing out. You got Jake beating up people and humping the back of them.
Oh, man.
Jake, wow.
Yeah, Jake.
You know, this place is done. It's cooked. They tell you in Romans the 8th chapter that what? The whole creation grown it. And we're gonna end it off on that. Brother, grab that real quick. Romans 8, like 19.
Listen to it. I got it.
You on the phone?
I'm cheating, man. Come on,
brother.
we gotta get out of here, man. Yeah, this Romans 8 and 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You see? So the creature itself is what? The people itself are waiting, the animals, the trees, the whole planet is waiting for what? Yasha Allah, man.
Yes.
The princes of the power to come into what? Their rightful rulership, their rightful dominion. Okay? The heirs of the planet Earth under Yahushua, man. You see? And so now you understand that they're groaning and travailing until what? We come into our full power, man. You know? because this place is done. It's cooked. It's fucked up. You know. But brothers want to say anything?
That's it.
Yeah, man. So you know, Lord willing, this camp was edifying. That we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honors to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Until next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.